Good evening. Welcome to ABC123 Trader. Today is August 25th, 2020. It's actually 12:44 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Lucky I don't live in the East. Other than that, I'd be really tired. Anyways, I just want to give you an update on the ATRFibZone. And I'm kind of intrigued and I like tweaking with it. And in conjunction with some of the other indicators, but I'm trying to develop with the ATRFibZone a risk and reward factor here, because deep retracements, I've been just analyzing this indicator more and more, and this is for myself. I'm looking at a trade of how can I make sure that I don't jump into a trade too many times, and I'll miss trades, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. So what I created, I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more here. You're going to see a few other lines here. This line right here is actually, I created, is called a limit line. And this line here is my stop that I want, my risk. So this is where I want to enter, and this is my maximum risk. This I can adjust accordingly, because in higher during the day in the New York session, when you look at it at 9:30, see, look at the risk and reward is really tight because this is a larger range than compared to pre-market. So this area where I'm going to show you, and you can adjust it any which way you like. What I've created was all the way down here, my entry line, a Fibonacci percent, a stop loss, and how many ticks back. So right now that was $100 risk. So let's say if I do $50 risk on the Nasdaq, 10 ticks, which is really, really tight. What you're going to notice, the line is much closer. So this is a $50 risk of where I want it to enter. See how it just touched the line and retraced out? And now, for example, for fib percent entry, what if I want it deeper within the zone? So what I can do is, instead of, I'm using a Fibonacci shallow retracement of 23.6, but what if I just go 61.8, for example? Okay. So my 61.8, my trade, I would have put my limit order on this dotted line here. And of course I did not, my trade was not filled, and there's still my $50 risk. So I've been playing around more and more, trying to figure out where's the optimum area. And of course you're always going to get stopped out sooner or later. But what we want to do is just minimize our risk reward. So what I'm also doing, my numbers, as you can see, this one here, see 61.8 with a 10 tick risk. Actually, let's just put it back. This is the trade I have it set for myself, set of 61.8. I'm going to go back to 23.6, and I'll risk $100 at the deepest level retracement. Okay, whoops, not 100, not line width. Got a 20 tick risk. I got to change that word here because I've just been programming it. So even at a shallow retracement, I would have got knocked out on this trade. I just want to show you this. It's not going to be perfect all the time. But if on the earlier one was on the money. Okay. Now, what I also wanted to do, and I added this, and it's going to be optional, risk versus reward. So, for example, if I entered and got filled on this trade here, I would need for a 2-to-1 risk versus reward ratio to get to this line. Okay? So while you're managing your trades, when that line is there, for example, if I got into this trade and I saw it go up, of course I'm not going to keep it as a 20 tick risk. I'll probably put it back to the line, so my risk reward will automatically be a 2-to-1. But that would have been my optimal goal for my contract. So if you're trading I'll give you an example today. I did actually a video today on it. But let's say we entered this trade on a risk to reward ratio and we had multiple contracts. We could have probably got filled in, target one filled in, hit this break even, go down, let it pull back, pull down the second time, and we enter here for our second run, and we can run this down. Other than that, that's all I want to show you on the update that I'm creating on the ATRFibZone. The ATRFibZone will be becoming uploaded this week sometime. I'm just wrapping up just little tweaks here and there. But thank you very much for watching this video. I just wanted to give you an update. Other than that, just make sure you pinpoint your trades, trade safe, and you guys have a great day. Take care.